Victor Cook, K-U-C. Victor Cuke. I'm going to go with, sorry, Victor, if I got that wrong. How will you feel when MSNBC does a story about you? I'll feel honored. Honored. I'll be honored. Had a thought about that. For those of you who are Facebook fans, most of you are. You might have seen the work I did at AFP over the weekend. And it's only after I made the comment just in an offhanded way, because about 30 minutes before I went on, there was the Obama press conference where he magnanimously, in my opinion, agreed to consult Congress about going to war, and since he didn't get his way unilaterally, then decided after the fact that he would take it to the American people. That was extremely large of him to do, I thought. And so I was a little, I'm not even irate anymore, just disgusted. Not even disgusted. This is kind of where I was going with it. It's kind of like just this low-level kind of sneering contempt now for me. And I realized, I got out there, realized it until it was after it was over, but I opened the speech by basically saying, I am really I just heard President Unilateral Military Action on the television out there, folks, and I got to tell you, I am frankly tired of losing to this traitor narcissist weenie. I got a huge, laugh and cheers. Coots, Victor Coots. Thank you, Victor. And then I thought, oh boy, if anybody on the left saw that, they'd call me out for that for sure. And then I thought, call me out then. You know what? Go ahead, call me out on this. So I'll make the case. The traitor part, I've got video of him sitting there talking to the president of Russia, who is diametrically opposed to the policies and the national interests of the United States of America, offering to give them the missile defense of this nation in exchange for some peace and quiet. In other words, the President of the United States of America had made an offer to the enemies of the country that he would lower the defenses of the nation in exchange for personal political gain. If that's not the definition of treason, then there is no definition of treason. What was the arch traitor Benedict Arnold accused of? He was accused of selling out the defenses of West Point in exchange for personal political gain. That's treason. I saw him do it on camera. There's evidence. What else? Well, the President of the United States knew for certain moral fact within a few moments after the attack on Benghazi that this was a coordinated terrorist attack on the anniversary of 9/11, and then he went out there in front of the American people and the world and said that this was a spontaneous reaction to a film that was made about Muhammad months before. He arrested an American citizen on some minor parole violation, which I'm sure the guy should have been held responsible for, but 26 state troopers at 2 o'clock in the morning, it's not what you usually do when you have a small parole violation. There's a filmmaker who's in a dungeon today who is the sacrificial lamb on the altar of Barack Obama's vanity, and also Hillary Clinton's for that matter. And so the President of the United States swore an oath to protect and defend the Constitution of the United States. Included in the Constitution is the Fourth Amendment protection from unreasonable search and seizures. He's authorized the NSA to listen to everybody's conversations and to monitor all of our traffic in direct violation of the Fourth Amendment. He is basically, without question, he has gone to the United Nations right after Benghazi and said that the future does not belong to those who insult the Prophet. Now, put aside the pro-Muslim aspect of that. What's really important is my right to insult the Prophet is part of the oath that he took. So for him to get out in front of the United Nations and declare to the world that I don't have the right that he swore to defend in the Constitution is treason. So MSNBC, that's the treason charge. Shall we move on to the narcissist and the weenie charge? I don't think you're going to have a tough fight there either. Man names his dog after himself, Bo. It's not even B-E-A-U. He couldn't even put that kind of a fig leaf on it. It's B-O, Barack Obama. B-O. My dog's name is Bo. It's like me naming my dog Wah. What's the dog name for? Well, Wah. That's an odd name for a dog. Yep. Why'd you name it Wah? W-A-W. Really? Yeah, I named him after myself. Do that all the time. It's pathetic. And he's a weenie. He's a weakling. He's a thin-skinned narcissist, traitor weakling. Put it on MSNBC and haul me in front of the jury. And the great thing about slander is that if it's true, it ain't slander. Moving on.